Yeah, we'll look into it, Eric. Then Jay Wilson said, I just listened to the episode where Lee was looking into a 6-seat plane due to not having enough room for in-laws. Has he made any decisions yet? So, Jay Wilson, I don't have any money. so I may have made decisions. I may have made decisions. I have not bought an airplane yet. I have pretty much settled on, though, I think a Cherokee 6 260 is the best bang for the buck.
Yeah, I like that airplane.
That's very fuel thirsty, not efficient. 135 knots, but I think you can get one for probably now. In today's market, I mean, you might be getting close to you might be at $200,000. But back in the day, you were at got it, Rob.
Probably find a beater for $100,000.
I don't want a beater though. 170 to 180 probably. What was the password?
It's on your shirt, all lowercase, Blue Jackets. You'll pull up that NOTAM.
Oh, got it. Okay. 6 seats, 3,400 pound gross weight, 135 knots. For me, I don't have to take any fuel for where I'm going, so I can keep that doesn't eat as much into my useful load. So my useful payload is pretty much protected for the most part. So that's I think that's where I'm going to need to be. I know that's not for everybody because that's everybody, they're flying a 172 an Archer or something like that. So they're right knocking on that door of 130 knots. To go spend that much money and burn that much fuel on a plane that only goes 135 knots, I totally understand. That's not everybody wants to break through that 140 knot threshold. But me, like for where I'm going, that just difference in speed equates to no difference in time and route. So all I want is the useful load and the number of seats. At the speed, if it did 110 knots, that'd be fine. All right, I'm pulling up this
Atlanta TFR.
Yeah. Let's read what this thing says. So you guys can
probably... have you got a Tri-Pacer? I know you were looking at stuff like that a while ago.
Yeah, the prices are high now.
What were they going for?
They're double what they were.
What were they going for? What are they going for now?
I mean, they were going for like 20, but you could find deals even lower than that. Like there was one that I really pissed at myself for not buying because it was like 16,000 mid time. I already had ADS-B out installed. Like didn't need anything. It was like 16,000, and I wanted to talk to the mechanic who did the last annual because I wanted to know about the fabric, and the guy was going to get me the last mechanic's number because the guy didn't really know. He said he thinks the fabric's fine, but and that's a big thing on those is like the fabric because that's if you buy one that needs fabric, that's not a good deal anymore.
Yeah.
So it before he even got me the number, somebody else called and like, I'll be there with cash,
Okay.
So I didn't get it, but that was like the lower end of what I had found. But 20s, low 20s, high teens.
Okay.
Now you're looking at like 30s.
Oh wow, for a Tri-Pacer.
Yeah,
that's insane.
But it's a 4-seat airplane that's got good useful load, and I mean I could see why people would want them because for the price you can't get a 4-seat airplane with that capability for that price anywhere else. Like,
what's their capability? Give a breakdown of capability.
Lee probably knows more about that, but they're 4-seat. I mean, good useful load. They're not super fast, I don't think. But
what's a good useful load?
1,000 pounds, same as an Archer.
Okay.
I mean, obviously less than 1,000, but very close.
Yeah, it's
800, 900 pounds.
Probably not as fast as an Archer, but
no, they're about 10 knots slower than an Archer.
But that's not bad. Still, for the price, look at the price you're going to pay between
for a new Archer now. You're 150, 160 grand for a nice Archer.
So for 10 knots slower, you can get the same useful load for in the 30s now. It's still a good bang for the buck. I just don't want to drop that much money on an airplane.
Yeah.
Because I don't use an airplane. Like if I was flying regularly, I wouldn't even think twice about it. But it's like, am I really going to spend that much money on something that I'm going to use a handful of times a year?
Well, you might use it more often if you had more.
Maybe, but
Capability.
probably not. I work all the time, so that's kind
He'd
of
make an
nice.
excuse
Yeah.
up why not to go. It's so easy, to make up an excuse. Like you
I-
have less barriers to it.
I know, but it's like I have a boat and a camper that I use. Like, what am I gonna? It's like how many toys do I need? It's just a toy at that point.
Yeah.
It's not a tool. It's a toy.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I would use it to go to Kelly's, but like when we go to Kelly's now, I just take the camper because then I have a place to stay.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't make sense to have the plane. Now, eventually, I want to like buy a lot over there, and like I'll initially just park the camper on my lot, but eventually build like a little cabin or something there, and then it might make more sense to have a plane because you can just jump over there real quick. But
yeah.
right now, if I
But
go
then the 150 is fine because you're not taking any baggage
Right,
because
that's
everything's sitting
true.
over there.
right, and by that time, it'll just be me and Nicole, so it's like I
Yeah.
just use the 150.
Yeah. You're back to the 150.
Back to the 150.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Right, I got it all figured out.